Hello there. My name is Lyon, and today I'm at the building of RGames in the Metro region. I have brought my Power Macintosh 9500 with me to pitch a game for an old platform. Why have I been making a game for a platform this old? I will answer that when needed. It might be difficult to have it given the green flag, considering the age of the platform. But I will attempt to make my own ancient tech episode to go alongside it. That should help increase its chances of being approved by a little bit. Now without further ado, the recording for the episode will start now. Welcome to Mac OS 8.6, which is the operating system installed on this specific machine. The initial release of Mac OS 8 was on July 26, 1997, while 8.6 came out on May 10, 1999. There was intended to be a Mac OS 8.7, but that became Mac OS 9 instead. This is the Finder, which is where the desktop and file management stuff are located. There is a menu bar at the top, containing things like the Apple menu and these other menus. On the other side, there is the time, what appears to be a language selector and an application switcher. We will start off by looking at some pre-installed applications. Simple Text is a text editor that isn't as simple as the name implies. You can do a lot more things than just type text like it's Notepad on Windows 11. You can change the size. You can change the style. Plain text, bold, italic, underline, outline, shadow, condensed, and extended. That is already more than what Notepad has even in Windows 11. Simple Text can also handle multiple different styles of text in a single document as well. And finally, Simple Text includes text-to-speech, allowing a voice to speak what you have typed.
Simple text, multiple text styles in a single document.
Now I will be saving this document somewhere on here. There. One thing to note with applications in classic Mac OS is that they don't close automatically when their last window is closed. For example, I could be doing stuff within Finder while Simple Text is still opened in the background, taking up some precious memory. Luckily, it's quite easy to close applications most of the time. Just select the Quit option under File or just press Command+Q. The About This computer box in Mac OS 8.6 can show how much memory you have and what things are taking it up. Quicktime is a media player that comes with Mac OS. Here, it comes in two applications, Movie Player and Picture Viewer. There are also two files, named Sample Movie and Sample Image as well. Not only can Movie Player play QuickTime movie files, but it can also show info about them. Although this information here is exactly the same as the copyright info. Moving on to Picture Viewer, it is an application for viewing images. Not only can you view images, but you can also do things like resize the image. I was expecting a completely different type of full screen. You can also rotate and flip the image. I'm not entirely sure if this affects the image file itself or not. and that right there was Quicktime. From what the name tells us, network browser allows us to browse networks. Unfortunately, I am not near any networks. That's something this old would recognize. Looking in the Apple Extras folder, there are other things. Most of these look to be miscellaneous stuff, however. Apple Script, however, is actually an application. It allows you to make scripts that can do various things. This script can terribly hide and show folder sizes, so running this should have noticeable changes. I could not find any noticeable changes that the script would have done, so we are moving on. macOS 8.6 came with a couple of web browsers. These web browsers are Internet Explorer and Netscape. As I said earlier, I am not near any networks. That's something this old would recognize. So all I can do is show the contents of their folders. There are a few utilities within the Utilities folder. Disk First Aid and Drive Setup. There is also a Drive Setup guide file. The System folder contains what you would expect, system files that are required by macOS. Under About This Computer, you can see lots of things in the Apple menu. One of these things is an application named Calculator. As the name suggests, it is a calculator. Its look seems to be outdated, however. Also, I don't know how 9 plus 10 is equal to 21, since 8 plus 10 is equal to 18. 0 divided by 0 is also not a number. Chooser appears to be a network-related program. Graphing Calculator is like Calculator, but for graphing calculators. I do not know of any equations that would produce interesting results off the top of my head, unfortunately. Keycaps is like an on-screen keyboard. It allows you to type things, and I assume copy and paste them somewhere else. You can also change the font of the typed text. Notepad is nothing like the Notepad seen in Windows 11. It may just be a text editor that is similarly simple, but macOS's Notepad has a feature to call its own. It allows for multiple pages, rather than just having everything be in one text file. Keep in mind that you can only have a maximum of 8 pages. The Scrapbook is a program that acts as a place to keep pictures, text, and more for quick and easy usage. If there was something like the Scrapbook in today's operating systems, then it would be a nice thing. So as it turns out, the Power Macintosh completely froze when trying to run that application. Something feels strange about it, but I'm not going to try to see what happened right now. When this finishes, we will continue from where we left off. We will skip Simple Sound and go straight to Stickies. Stickies is an application that lets you make sticky notes on the screen. You can change the color of a sticky note to one of the 7 available colors. Also, you can have Stickies launch when you start up macOS. Going into the control panel's appearance lets you change the look of the user interface. The Themes tab is, as the name suggests, where the theme is changed as a whole. macOS 8.6 comes with a lot of themes, so it will take a bit of time for me to go through them all. That's why I will introduce a new section dedicated to things like this. This is the Appearance tab, which allows you to customize the appearance of the UI. By default, Platinum is the only one available. However, I've brought over some more appearances. Some of them are from Copeland, which was a cancelled version of macOS. High Tech is one of the appearances from Copeland. It has a dark, futuristic look to it, or at least at the time. Gizmo, another Copeland appearance, goes the complete opposite direction. It has a funky, 90s look to it. Drawing Board is the last of the 3 Copeland appearances that never made it to macOS 8. As the name suggests, it looks as if it were drawn. You can also change the highlight color, which is the color of the highlight behind selected text, I assume. Appearances can also change where the window borders buttons are. This specific appearance just so appears to resemble macOS 10 a bit. This appearance makes the windows somewhat resemble that of the OS. It shortened the title bar to take up a much smaller space. Blue appears to simply be a clean, bluish appearance. The Fonts tab allows you to change the fonts across the UI. although there appears to be a limited selection of usable fonts for the large system font. These fonts are Charcoal, Chicago, Capitals, Sand, Techno, and Text File. The Desktop tab allows you to change your background. The Sound tab allows you to change what sounds are played and when. Finally, the Options tab is some extra stuff, which includes making it so double-clicking on the title bar will collapse the window. On the bottom left side of the screen, you can see the control strip. It allows you to change some settings outside of their control panels, such as screen resolution. It also appears that the volume slider makes a sound. And that was macOS 8.6. If you liked this episode of Ancient Tech, then that would be nice, as well as not liking it. I will now be ending the episode. Now that I'm done recording the episode, I will begin the editing. Luckily, I brought my Lyon X100 laptop with me so I could edit the episode. Once the episode is exported, I will pitch the game alongside the episode. Until next time.